Hi and welcome everyone, thanks for dropping in my YouTube channel. Here are the NBA team statistic leaders today, season standings update and game schedule for 2025 to 2026 NBA regular season. For the top 5 offensive leader in points. The Denver Nuggets from Western Conference leading the points as averaging 120.4 per game. Followed by Cleveland Cavaliers from Eastern Conference averaging 120.0 per game. While the top 3 is Minnesota Timberwolves from Western Conference averaging 119.7 per game. For the top 4 is Oklahoma City Thunder from Western Conference averaging 119.7 per game as tied up with Minnesota Timberwolves. And for the top 5 is Miami Heat from Eastern Conference averaging 119.6 per game. For the top 5 offensive leader in field goal percentage. The Los Angeles Lakers from Western Conference leading the field goal percentage as averaging 50.0 per game. Followed by Denver Nuggets from Western Conference averaging 49.5 per game. While the top 3 is Oklahoma City Thunder from Western Conference averaging 48.4 per game. For the top 4 is Minnesota Timberwolves from Western Conference averaging 48.4 per game as tied up with Oklahoma City Thunder. And for the top 5 is Milwaukee Bucks from Eastern Conference averaging 48.1 per game. For the top 5 offensive leader in points differential. The Oklahoma City Thunder from Western Conference leading the points differential is averaging plus 11.6 per game. Followed by Detroit Pistons from Eastern Conference averaging plus 7.9 per game. While the top 3 is Boston Celtics from Eastern Conference averaging plus 6.9 per game. For the top 4 is New York Knicks from Eastern Conference averaging plus 6.1 per game. And for the top 5 is San Antonio Spurs from Western Conference averaging plus 5.9 per game. For the top 5 defensive leader in points allowed. The Oklahoma City Thunder from Western Conference leading the defensive points allowed is averaging 108.0 per game. Followed by Boston Celtics from Eastern Conference averaging 108.4 per game. While the top 3 is Detroit Pistons from Eastern Conference averaging 109.3 per game. For the top 4 is Houston Rockets from Western Conference averaging 109.6 per game. And for the top 5 is Phoenix Suns from Western Conference averaging 111.8 per game. For the top 5 defensive leader in rebounds. The Houston Rockets from Western Conference leading the rebounds is averaging 48.6 per game. Followed by Miami Heat from Eastern Conference averaging 46.9 per game. While the top 3 is San Antonio Spurs from Western Conference averaging 46.6 per game. For the top 4 is New York Knicks from Eastern Conference averaging 46.3 per game. And for the top 5 is Portland Trail Blazers from Western Conference averaging 46.0 per game. For the top 5 defensive leader in blocks. The Detroit Pistons from Eastern Conference leading the blocks as averaging 6.3 per game. Followed by Washington Wizards from Eastern Conference averaging 6.0 per game. While the top 3 is Houston Rockets from Western Conference averaging 5.8 per game. For the top 4 is Minnesota Timberwolves from Western Conference averaging 5.7 per game. And for the top 5 is Oklahoma City Thunder from Western Conference averaging 5.7 per game is tied up with Minnesota Timberwolves. And here are the quick view of today's NBA standings in Eastern Conference. The Detroit Pistons still leading the first spot with the standing of 40 wins and 13 losses. The second spot is the Boston Celtics with 35 wins and 19 losses. The third spot is the New York Knicks with 35 wins and 20 losses. The fourth spot is the Cleveland Cavaliers with 34 wins and 21 losses. The fifth spot is the Toronto Raptors with 32 wins and 23 losses. The sixth spot is the Philadelphia 76ers with 30 wins and 24 losses. The seventh spot is the Orlando Magic with 28 wins and 25 losses. The eighth spot is the Miami Heat with 29 wins and 27 losses. The ninth spot is the Charlotte Hornets with 26 wins and 29 losses. The 10th spot is the Atlanta Hawks with 26 wins and 30 losses. The 11th spot is the Chicago Bulls with 24 wins and 31 losses. The 12th spot is the Milwaukee Bucks with 23 wins and 30 losses. The 13th spot is the Brooklyn Nets with 15 wins and 38 losses. The 14th spot is the Indiana Pacers with 15 wins and 40 losses. And for the 15th spot is the Washington Wizards with 14 wins and 39 losses. And for the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder still leading the first spot with the standing of 42 wins and 14 losses. The second spot is the San Antonio Spurs with 38 wins and 16 losses. The third spot is the Denver Nuggets with 35 wins and 20 losses. The fourth spot is the Houston Rockets with 33 wins and 20 losses. The fifth spot is the Los Angeles Lakers with 33 wins and 21 losses. The sixth spot is the Minnesota Timberwolves with 34 wins and 22 losses. The seventh spot is the Phoenix Suns with 32 wins and 23 losses. The eighth spot is the Golden State Warriors with 29 wins and 26 losses. The ninth spot is the Portland Trail Blazers with 27 wins and 29 losses. The 10th spot is the Los Angeles Clippers with 26 wins and 28 losses. The 11th spot is the Memphis Grizzlies with 20 wins and 33 losses. The 12th spot is the Dallas Mavericks with 19 wins and 35 losses. The 13th spot is the Utah Jazz with 18 wins and 38 losses. The 14th spot is the New Orleans Pelicans with 15 wins and 41 losses. And for the 15th spot is the Sacramento Kings with 12 wins and 44 losses. For the last portion and as NBA will be set back on regular games, here are the 10 games schedule on February 20th at Friday morning in Philippine time. For the first game at 8 a.m., it's Cavaliers against the Nets. For the second game at 8 a.m., it's Wizards against the Pacers. For the third game at 8 a.m., it's 76ers against the Hawks. For the fourth game at 8 a.m., it's Hornets against the Rockets. For the fifth game at 8:30 a.m., it's Knicks against the Pistons. For the sixth game at 9 a.m., it's Bulls against the Raptors. For the seventh game at 9:30 a.m., it's Spurs against the Suns. For the eighth game at 11 a.m., it's Kings against the Magic. For the ninth game at 11 a.m., it's Warriors against the Celtics. For the last and 10th game at 11:30 a.m., it's Clippers against the Nuggets. Thanks for watching.